miss our discussion next, it's because we're going to talk about hybrid training, right? Something you're familiar with, right, Tom?
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm really into it now.
Tommy is a runner. He runs, and nowadays there's actually a lot of running. Would you say competition? Almost like every week or every month. There's 5K, there's 10K, there's half marathon, or even a full marathon, and we want to know what is exactly hybrid training and how this can help our performance in running, right, Tom?
Yes, correct, Marisa. And today we are diving into that topic that's perfect for all your fitness enthusiasts and runners out there. And we are talking about hybrid training, which is a powerful way to boost your running performance, build strength, and prevent injuries.
Yes, and that's why today we have a fitness coach and also Lelarian founder, Joshua Astono. Good morning, Joshua.
Good morning.
Thank you so much.
For having me here.
Thank you for being
Have you here, Joshua?
Go on, Tom.
All right,
This is
first
your
of all, because we talked before on air.
Yes.
So, okay, what is hybrid training for start?
Okay, so actually hybrid training itself is a concept that is, I wouldn't say that it's new, but it's fairly new to us runners. Maybe it started like post-pandemic, when running has become increasingly popular amongst us right now. So essentially hybrid training is training across different disciplines to improve overall body performance.
Overall body performance.
Yeah.
How did people train before as a runner? And what makes it different now with hybrid training?
Okay, like maybe because people said that running is the easiest form of exercise.
I don't think
right?
so.
No, because essentially you just need, you don't need any equipments.
Yes.
You
The
just
shoes,
you just need the shoes
the
and
outfit.
you get out of your house and you run the miles.
That's true.
But then when you want to achieve something more out of it, that's where the tweaks happen. You have to have a training plans. You need to train certain types of trainings in order to achieve the ultimate performance that you want.
Yes.
So I think previously people don't realize that. They just run.
They just run. So basically, they just run even without training.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
That actually happened to me. For my first year, I focused only on techniques, my miles. But then after that, my coach actually advised me, come on, Tom, you have to learn more other than running to build my muscle and everything, because I have to protect my ankle, for example. So maybe, can you explain more about how do we improve to overall performance based on hybrid training?
Okay, so like when you running is mostly cardio.
Correct.
Cardiovascular exercises.
Yes.
But then when you run, you don't only use your legs,
Correct.
you also use your upper body.
Really?
The swings.
Yeah.
The swings of the arms. And in order for you to be able to stabilize yourself across like 42 kilometers, like for the full marathons, you need to be able to have a strong core and a strong legs and a strong upper backs and a strong arms to support everything that happens during the course of that 42 kilometers. So that's why the idea of hybrid training comes in handy. Yeah, so you need to train in your entire body, you need to train the entire performance in order to achieve that goal, which is to reach the 42 kilometers safe and sound.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the principle behind it, actually.
I did not know that. I did not know about core. I did not know about the strength of your back that you need to train.
Yeah.
Well, how do you swing correctly, by the way? I always tend to because people run differently, right?
Exactly,
Like even on the treadmill, I sort of
Sometimes
he
they
runs
do
that
like
way.
both arms, do
Yes,
left or
like
right.
this,
Sometimes
right?
it's like this
Yeah,
or like this.
Yeah. So actually, we don't really, every human body is unique.
Yes.
And people run according to what they feel the most comfortable is.
Okay.
Yeah, when they feel
the most comfortable may not be the right one, though.
Exactly.
Joshua,
So there's always the like the correct pattern
Correct,
to do things, but in running and in basically in all sports, you need to be able to cater yourself according to the biomechanics of your own body.
Right, and how do we do that?
With coaches.
Ah.
Yeah, you need to like, enroll yourself in
Yes.
trainings
Yes.
with a running coach so they can correct your form, your posture, and how you run. Because usually it's not because that you cannot do it, it's just you don't do it correctly. You have the power inside your body, but the power is not translated well into your muscles, into your legs, into your body.
Yeah.
So it limits your ability to do things.
So let's dissect the body parts that you said that we have to train, right? When we are about to do a run or a competition. Let's start with the legs first because that's the most natural one.
Exactly.
What kind of exercises that we need to do to strengthen the muscles of our legs?
Okay, the first and foremost would be strength training for the legs to strengthen the muscles, to achieve hypertrophy or the enlargement of the muscles, because the
How do we do that?
Like squats.
Squats?
Lunges.
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 Like Tommy must do like squats and lunges
Yeah, yeah,
every
yeah.
day at the gym or anything.
Yeah.
So that's the basic things that your legs actually need in order to grow muscles
Yes.
and in order to withstand impact. Because running itself is an impact.
Right.
It impacts your
Knees.
joints and your muscles.
Yes.
And we should direct all the impacts not to your joints,
Yes.
but to your muscles. Because
Yes.
if the impact comes absorbed by your joint,
Yes.
it could cause injury.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Speaking of injuries, what kind of consequences for people who don't care about doing more work other than running?
Okay. Like we're talking about us, not athletes,
Yes.
but we are recreational runners.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We love running because it's a hobby for us. And it's not something that we do for a living.
Yes.
So actually we want to do this for as long as we want.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for those who don't care about running safely, running correctly,
Yes.
yeah, they will not be able to do it for
A long time, because they will have
Exactly,
knee injuries and
They will
all
be
that.
prone to injuries.
Yes.
Like the most common form of injuries in runners is like shin splints, or like knee pains,
Yeah.
ankle pains,
Cramps.
cramps. Well, cramps is
Because I have
it's
this a couple
inevitable.
times.
When you run 42 kilometers,
Yeah.
you will experience cramps once in a while.
Yes.
But what happens after the cramps?
Yeah.
Whether your muscles can still withstand the rest of the miles?
Yes.
It all comes to what you do before you run.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So, like for example, doing squats. You said squats and lunges,
Yes.
right? Okay. I wanna pick up on this.
All right, all right.
Because you underlined earlier how important it is to do it correctly.
Okay.
Can you teach me how to do
Come on, Joshua, show us.
Okay.
this or squats
In heels?
correctly? Okay, I know because we're not doing it in heels.
Okay.
How do we do it, Joshua? Come on.
So when you do squats,
Yeah, I'm gonna
basically
show
you
you
need
from
to open your legs slightly
Okay.
wider.
Slightly
Yeah.
wider than our shoulders.
Wider than our shoulders.
Okay.
And you need to be able to dive deep into your hips and legs.
Yeah.
Push your hips back.
Push the hips back.
Feel it on your quads.
Oh, yes, I'm feeling it here.
Yeah. And you put your arms like this in the front and
And
go
then-
up.
Up.
Yeah. So you will not you are not supposed to feel anything on your lower back.
Yes.
And on your knees.
It has to
Yeah.
be here.
Yes,
So you have
because
to
we
feel
don't put pressures on joints and bones. We put
Yes.
pressures. We put everything
On the
it has
muscle.
On the
muscles.
muscle.
Right. So you
So
have
when-
to feel the spiciness on the muscle.
Exactly.
On the
So when you
thighs.
go like this,
Come on, somebody take a picture of this. This pose is very
I mean,
attractive. Come on.
I think we can do it like 40 times.
40 times.
Yeah.
40 times.
40
Come on,
times.
Marisa.
Okay. One.
Okay.
Two.
But you feel it right
Yeah.
in your quads.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the
So
quads.
if you feel it in your muscles, it means that you are on the right track.
What about lunges? Because oftentimes, sometimes I do flimsy lunges, right? It's like I don't know whether it's right or wrong, you know?
So the right way to do lunges actually is to split your legs wide, like this. And making sure that the back heels are always lifted and not touching the floor.
Okay.
Yes.
So if the back heels still can touch the floor like this, it means that you are not, like splitting your legs wide enough.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like in this position, the hips are squared with the body.
Square with the body.
And you activate your core.
Okay,
Yes.
activate the
So
core. How do we activate the core? Like
It's like
breathing in.
Yeah, it's like breathing in. It's not holding your breath.
Right.
But there's a small sense of brace.
Yeah, tightness.
Brace,
Yeah,
tightness,
feels-
tightness.
Yeah. But it's like a
six-pack.
mild brace.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
mild.
Your lower tummy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when the setup is correct,
Yes.
you can just lower your body like this and go up. And again, you're not supposed to feel anything in your knees
Yes.
or in your ankles.
Where do you feel it?
It's in the glutes,
Glutes?
at the back, and the
Thigh.
thighs.
The right thigh. thigh that goes back.
the right thighs and also the left thighs.
Okay.
Yeah. So the entire planes of the muscles in your legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the indicator, right? If you do it correctly, you will feel the spiciness on your thighs and also
Yes,
glutes when you're
exactly.
doing
Yep.
the lunges. Thank you. That's great. Now I know. Now I know. I'm going to put my shoes on again.
Okay. Well, Marissa is wearing shoes. Okay, well, you mentioned about how we actually practice or train our muscles here.
Yeah.
But how about flexibility and mobility?
Yeah.
Can you
That's
explain
a whole
more on that?
different realm.
Okay.
Right.
Like,
Yoga, Pilates?
yeah.
Ooh.
That's actually the principle of hybrid training itself.
Yes.
As I mentioned, hybrid training is the training that incorporates multiple disciplines to achieve overall performance.
Yes.
So you don't only train cardio,
Yes.
because in our body we have lots of aspects, not only cardio but also strength, power, flexibility, mobility. So flexibility is actually the ability of your muscles to stretch. Mobility is the ability of your joints to move. So that's two different things but complements each other. And it's very important because when you run, you're using your entire body.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to move right and to flex and to be mobile.
So that means what kind of exercise do you think? Yoga, Pilates?
Yoga, Pilates, or the most simple ones, but people don't usually do it, is like stretching after run.
Okay.
Yeah. So usually when you finish your run,
Yes.
you just press stop and then
That's
chit
it.
chat with your friends and all. You forgot your stretching. Yeah. So that's very important.
Stretching before and stretching after.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about equipments, right?
Yes.
Like your shoes. I just love it. They look so
No,
squishy.
we talk a lot about shoes before.
Yeah, we talk about
Yeah,
shoes
yeah.
before.
But not this one. No, no, no.
Okay.
Okay. So actually, as I said,
Yes.
when you run, running is actually the easiest form of exercise because you only need your body.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then when you want to achieve something great, you need to tweak things up a little bit.
Correct.
And one of it being shoes. Like in running, actually, different menu, different runs will require different shoes.
Seriously, like
Yes.
5K different, 10, half marathon, a marathon.
Yeah, I mean like for daily runs, when you train on a daily basis, you typically need shoes with thicker outsoles.
Outsoles.
Yeah,
What is
this
outsoles is-
part.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's regular running. It's thicker outsoles.
Yeah, thicker
Okay.
outsoles
For training.
to provide support.
Okay.
And to provide, to minimize fatigue over long miles.
Right. Right.
When you do speed trainings,
Yes.
like
Interval,
intervals,
fartlek.
fartleks,
Yeah.
you typically need something that is less supportive
Yes.
because you want as minimum help as possible,
Okay.
so you can train your legs better. Because speed training is meant to like shock the muscles
Right.
and to ask them to grow.
Right.
So
right.
instead of having lots of support from the
Yes.
shoes,
Yes.
you remove some of the support.
So, for
So that
example, less carbon.
We don't usually use carbon at all
At
for
all.
speed.
All right, okay.
So if you can achieve top speed without carbon, imagine what you can achieve during race day.
Yes.
When you use shoes with carbon plates.
Yes.
And we have race day shoes. So like this one
This
is
one is
the
race
one that
day
I use.
shoes.
It's race day shoes.
It's full carbon plated, right?
It's full carbon
What
plated.
is carbon plated, Tom?
Okay. Let him explain.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Is
carbon,
it inside or
yeah, carbon plate is infused inside the shoes
I see.
across the toe up until the heels.
Okay.
So it helps to propel your legs
Oh.
forward and to help you to achieve greater miles.
Speed, yes.
Yeah, achieve greater speed.
Get it. Alrighty.
And to, like, improve your performance.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is race day shoes,
Yes.
right? Okay.
So
But race day can be full or half or maybe what kind
No
of
carbon.
percentage of carbon?
yeah, some shoes have half carbon only.
Yes,
Like
yes.
only from the midsoles
Yeah.
up to the
Yeah.
toe box.
Right.
But if you want to maximize the effect on the carbon plate shoes,
Yes.
then it's best to have the full,
entire-
full carbon.
But only for someone who run fast, like faster than 7 or 6.
Exactly.
pace,
Yeah.
right?
Like carbon plate is carbon plate in itself is a burden to your palm.
to the sole of your feet.
to the palm of the feet.
Okay.
If you're running in a slow pace.
I see.
Uh-huh.
See, it's like so many technicalities. I'm telling you.
So when you run on a slower
Yeah.
pace,
Yeah.
we don't typically recommend you to use carbon plated
plate.
shoes because it will not help you to go faster.
Yeah.
It will make you slower
I
because
see.
you will get fatigued faster.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of fatigue, recently I saw, I was not running, of course. I was just interested
Maybe you can
in
ask me.
knowing my friends who run. How do we maintain our run? Like, for example, I saw the marathoners and they just ran 42 kilometers, right? In 2 hours. And I'm like, how? And how do you maintain that energy? I mean, so what sort of training do we need to increase or maintain our endurance?
Okay. Marathoner?
Go on.
Well, first of all, you have to do the miles, right?
Exactly.
You have to
Yeah.
train from 10 to 15, and then you have to reach the peak, right?
Exactly.
And then you have to taper down
Yeah.
before the race,
So
right?
actually for the marathon training plans,
Yes.
usually it consists of like 12 to 16 weeks
Yes.
of training.
12, so 4 months, 3 to 4
3
months.
to
of-
4 months. Yeah.
When you say training, is it every day or are there rest days?
It typically have different menus, but yeah, you need to do it consistently
Like
on the
4
days
days?
that you're not.
4 days a week, maybe?
Yeah, on the days that you're not running, it doesn't mean that you don't do anything.
Yeah.
You need to do something that complements your training, such as stretching or strength training
Yeah.
or swimming to improve your cardiovascular performance
Really?
without putting too much tension on your body. Yeah,
Yes.
swimming is also one of the ways to improve your VO2 max.
What is VO2 max?
VO2 max. Okay. It's something that I read from the watch book.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but you can explain it. The VO2 max is actually,
Okay.
yeah.
VO2 max is actually your lung capacity.
Ooh.
Yeah, the capacity of your lung to include oxygens
I see.
inside your blood.
So the more our
The-
lungs are able to do that, the better our
Yeah.
endurance is.
Because the more your lung can accommodate air, oxygen, it means that it can deliver oxygen better to your body. Therefore, you don't need to beat, your heart doesn't need to beat very fast.
Yes.
And therefore, you don't have to, get
Hyperventilated.
yes.
Like,
And your heart, because
Yeah.
the most common problem for runners to give up during the
yes,
race
yes.
is their heart rate becomes way too high.
Too high.
too high.
What is way too high? 100 and what?
Depends of the age, right?
Depends of the age,
Okay,
yeah.
if
We,
you're
we
in the
typically
40s?
divide the heart rates into zones,
Yes.
like above zone 4 or
Yeah.
zone 5,
Yes.
it's considered
high.
Yeah, very high, like above 170, 180.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you do it across 21 miles, 21 kilometers, then it's very dangerous for you.
Okay.
And it's quite hard for me because I'm in my 40s, right? My VO2 max is only reached 47, 48. It's hard to go 50. So how do I boost that?
Interval.
Interval. All right. Okay. Good one. Okay. Interval is like a speed runner. You do it like, what do you call it? Every kilometers, right?
Yeah.
Not kilometers.
You do, it's like a high intensity interval training.
Oh,
so,
hits.
Yeah, interval, as the name suggests, you run for a certain kilometers, a certain meters, and then you stop.
Yeah.
You come to a complete stop, and you walk for a certain minutes, and then you run again at the maximum capacity.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I normally do it in 15 minutes, for example, in total.
Yeah. So actually, the science behind it is that when you do strength training on your muscles, you do like 8 reps in one arm, and then you break, and then you do another 8 reps with additional weights, right?
Yes.
So in a sense that our heart is also a muscle.
Yes.
You cannot lift weights with your hearts. So the ways to make your heart and your lung capacity bigger is to shock the muscles. And that's where interval training
That is so fascinating.
Come on, join us, Marisa.
Yeah, there's so much science behind running. So much technical training that you have to do. Thank you so much, Joshua. I'm so enlightened.
Enlightened.
Yeah. Don't do only running, do other stuff as well.
Do other stuff as well. That's right.
So far, I've only done Pilates, yoga, and swimming. Maybe I need to do other things, right?
Awesome. Let's do that, Marisa.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Joshua, thank you so much for today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for your insights. And again, we have to set for another break. When we come back, we'll bring you more stories from around the world. So stay here on the C Morning Show only on See Today.